What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Sportsload.
Yeah, we're back.
Yep, I'm your host, John. It's my guy, Mr. GPS, Garrett Paul Smith. We was off for a week. Somebody had the cooties and decided to take
That's me. Sorry about that. I'm back.
Right.
I'm fine.
It's all right. Glad you're okay.
Football cured me.
Yes.
That's what we'll go with.
Yep. And let's get right to it. Again, before we get started, like, subscribe, show us that love. All right. This is the Sports Load. Let's talk about the first game. Ravens-Texans. Tale of two halves, bro.
Yeah, it really was.
The first half was Texans was like, okay, all right, we're in this. We're in this. Like, and then the second half, the Ravens was like, Lamar Jackson in particular was like, I'm the fucking MVP, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the Texans put up a good fight,
yeah.
I feel like, for the first half, but the Ravens are too much.
Yeah, the Ravens were way too much.
Yeah.
That defense, they made Stroud uncomfortable, man. They made him uncomfortable the whole game. They have no running game whatsoever. I mean, and the offensive line did the best they could. The kid showed up. He played decent.
He played great. I mean,
yeah,
he didn't really make mistakes, so you can't blame him for the loss. It was really just the defense couldn't hold Lamar.
Yeah, and they have no running game.
Yeah,
the running game was stagnant. They have a. I mean, look, they overachieved. That team wasn't supposed to be here, and they should be happy. This is not like.
This is a great result for the season, right?
Yeah, this is not a bad loss. This is like, these guys are a couple of years ahead of schedule. Now they can just do some patchwork, bring some guys back.
Get some wide receivers, get a better defense.
Improve the defense for sure. Maybe get a running back. Nobody that's gonna nothing crazy expensive. You can get a decent back that's gonna ride that wave. You know what I mean? With a good, because they don't have a bad line. But
yeah, they have a great line, actually.
When you meet a great defense or a better defense, things like this happen. They may see this shot very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and that's how you beat him.
He played it well, though, I think. So
yeah, he played. Look, he played the best as he could.
I think what the Ravens did the best is they took away his downfield ability. Like, they weren't able to get the ball downfield at all to Nico Collins, which they did great against the Browns. Like,
right, and probably one or two passes over 20 yards.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Maybe if that.
yeah. That's just me spitballing. Pause. But yeah. It was Ravens they showed why they're the number one team. They played like the number one team.
I mean, we were all expecting this. No one was thinking Texas had any chance of this.
Yeah, nobody did. I mean, everybody has a shot in the dark, and everybody has a puncher shot. But the Ravens showed why they're the number one team. Lamar's pretty much signed, sealed, and delivered as MVP.
Yeah, he's gonna be
this MVP. Team. Easy. Yeah, this team.
And that Ravens defense is tough.
Yeah, so. Nothing. They're not like the Ray Lewis era, the Terrell Suggs era, but they're really good. This is a team defense. You know what I mean?
There's no one player that stands out. It's every player is really good. They're on the ball every play.
Yeah,
like every coverage is there.
Yeah, every player knows what they're doing.
They don't they don't fuck around.
Every player knows what's up. Then everybody holds their assignments and knows what to do. Onto the nightcap game, which I thought, the Ravens and Texans game, I thought exactly how the 49ers and Packers game was going to go.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's not good, man. If I'm the 49ers right now, this is not a good win. Like,
no, this is the bad.
Packers should have won that game.
It is. It's Brock Purdy's fault. It's all his fault, bro.
But, hey, looking at his stats, though, he didn't throw a pick. He just played very pedestrian. Look,
but it wasn't the picks. It was the missed throws, like the overthrow. Yeah, especially in that third quarter. He couldn't hit a wide receiver for shit.
No, for nothing,
After Debo
bro.
went out, he couldn't hit anybody.
Yeah, and terrible. Look, I get it. Defense wins championships for sure, 100%. I've been saying that.
They did win the game eventually, but
right.
Bailed them out.
This is where superstar quarterbacks are made. Not everybody, like, this is not a Trent Dilfer or Matt Hasselbeck kind of, or Nick Foles kind of run. This Super Bowl is gonna be win, but when the quarterback does his job. And if Brock Purdy plays like this against Detroit, which we're gonna get into, we're gonna talk about that game. This is not a good look. This game shows the weakness in the quarterback play of Brock Purdy.
Yeah,
he looked very pedestrian. Every player showed out this weekend. every player. And
the defense played really well, and
that's what saved them.
McCaffrey played well, but Purdy was the weak link.
Yeah, Purdy was the weak link,
especially after Debo went out. That's when he really became shady. I don't know what happened.
Look, Debo is a great wide receiver, but you don't have shit stained wide receivers as number 2 and number 3. You have Brandon Ayuk. He's gonna throw shit on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And Kittle, who's really good, top 5 right now. As far as tight ends. You know what I mean?
He might be the second best tight end in the tournament. So
right.
Outside of Kelsey and
Laporta
and Andrews.
Yeah,
who's on the Ravens.
Yeah, but Andrews is injured.
He's coming back next week, apparently.
Is he? Wow. Yeah, but Likely's been playing very well.
Yeah, he's been playing well too, though. But Kittle's you'd have Kittle along with those guys too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tight ends.
Yeah, it's just I wasn't impressed. I was more impressed by the Packers play and Jordan Love. This team is gonna be something not to fuck with next year, bro.
Jordan Love played his ass off. I didn't know Jordan Love had this in his game. I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with his game.
Me neither. No. Yeah, me too, bro.
Great.
Every time I watched him play, minus the playoffs and leading up to the playoffs, the Giants game in particular, he played like shit, bro.
Yeah, he played mediocre during the season, but holy shit, bro.
I was like, dude, where is this guy? Now, you see, this is what happens when you have confidence. He outplayed Brock Purdy.
Oh, yeah.
He just made that one bonehead throw, which is QB 101, never throw it across the field unless your name is Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only Patrick Mahomes could make plays like that.
His only mistake was that play at the
last
end.
Play, yeah.
He played flawlessly.
Yeah, he played, and I wish, again, this is him. This is an experience game for him. He should know better not to make those kind of throws. It wasn't even fourth down. It wasn't the last play.
Yeah, it was second down or something, right?
Yeah, throw the ball away. Don't force it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He forced
and their defense played above what they're supposed to do too.
Yeah.
Their defense is not very talented. They have a lot of holes, and
they
played up to it.
I agree, and I would say that although the 49ers defense won them this game, they weren't that impressive neither. You know what I mean? It just took that. They weren't dominant.
Yeah, they weren't dominating them, but they were there. They made it hard for them.
Right.
Especially towards the end.
I guess I really thought the 49ers was going to just wash this team. It should have been, to me, with the score like this, I thought it would have been 24-7, 24. I thought it was going to be a beatdown.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be an absolute blowout, but Packers were with them until the third quarter. They were just there.
To the fourth. It was seconds left. And the kicker fucked that game up pretty much.
Yeah, if the kicker hits that kick, it's a different story.
Yeah, because then it would have been what they would have had to force them to score a touchdown, right?
Yeah, it would have been a touchdown rather than just a field goal.
A field goal, yeah. Tough, man.
Tough loss to the Packers. But again, they above expectations, like the Texans.
Overachieved, yeah. It would have been interesting to see the Packers and Detroit for the Super see who will go to the Super Bowl. That
would have been a really interesting championship game, actually.
Yeah, that would have been funny. That would have been funny, but it is what it is. So we have the 49ers in and the Ravens in for the AFC and NFC, and then the opponents who their faces, which is today's game. Let's start first with the first game of the day was the Buccaneers and Lions. Good game.
This is a great
Buccaneers.
Game. This is a fantastic game.
Could have stole that one. I was low key rooting for the Buccaneers. Both teams it's hard not to root for both teams. So it's a feel good story for both of them. I like the Lions.
Give me the root for the Bucks, bro. Come on, man. NFC South, really?
It was fun to watch. I was like, exactly like that. Dude, this team in a shitty division made it this far.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, Baker Mayfield did play well up until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and he made that. He did the Jordan Love thing.
Yeah,
he forced an issue and he didn't have to. It was a good game, back and forth. Well, did the Buccaneers lead the whole game, or they were just playing?
No, they were behind the whole game. The Lions were ahead the whole game.
The Lions the whole game, and they had their shot, man. They had their shot. Good game. Both quarterbacks played well. Baker Mayfield earned himself a big payday.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get paid.
He's the Buccaneers. I think this is his home.
The Bucs got to pay him.
Yeah,
they got to pay him.
They have to pay him, and he showed out this game. He played very well. This is a perfect situation for him. He doesn't have to be the star. You know what I mean? They do have to bring Mike Evans in, because Mike Evans, although he can't catch, for some reason he has butterfingers all of a sudden, which is very uncharacteristic of him at all. Yeah,
he's kept dropping balls that were easy catches for him.
Yeah, I don't know. I highly doubt he's coming back, but it'll be nice for him to come back because that actually helps Baker Mayfield. I think it might make Baker Mayfield next year if this guy doesn't come back, or you don't get a tall wide receiver. Like this guy bailed him out a lot of times.
Yeah, they also need to work on the running game. The running game was not very good.
Yeah, it's not a consistent running game at all.
Which probably hurt them a little bit.
Yeah, because they became too run happy.
Pass happy. Yeah.
Yeah, pass happy. But it was an interesting game, and then Jared Goff played his ass off, man. He played very well.
Yeah, he played super good. He didn't look like he did a few weeks ago when he was just slinging the ball everywhere.
Yeah,
getting picked off every 5 seconds.
Exactly. He really played well. Running game looked good. Dude,
Jamar Gibbs though, man, that guy. Holy
that guy's
shit.
a beast, man.
He's a monster.
And fucking, I'm gonna say raw, man. This guy,
he's a monster too.
He's showing out, bro. Every time there's a play need to be made, just give him the ball. Him and Gibbs.
Yeah, third down. They're just like, all right, St. Brown, your turn, buddy.
St. Brown, you're up. Yeah, third and long, bro. Let's throw it to St. Brown. He's gonna be good, man.
And they have a lot of explosive playmakers on the team. That's what I've noticed with the Lions. They just fill that team up with the explosive playmakers, and they're
the defense is pretty good too. They still got some work on the DBN.
Defense is lacking on like the
defensive backs,
the back end. Like the corners and the safeties are kind of like
mediocre.
They might cover it, but they may not as well.
Yeah, that's their biggest weakness. Gonna be an interesting championship game. Detroit versus 49ers. If I'm the Lions, man, I'm copying the Packers playbook. Yeah. Like, I'm just gonna do it. Just execute better.
Just be better than them, basically. It's gonna have to be a shootout for them to win, let's be honest. Because if it's a defensive showdown, then Niners
that
have it
benefits
by
the Niners,
a mile.
Yeah. And I mean, it's easier said than done, but if they could keep Christian McCaffrey under 100 yards, they could possibly win. They have a chance of winning the game. If they make Brock Purdy, and again, this all depends on whether Debo plays or not. He's been having a shoulder injury for pretty much a lot of towards the second half of the season. The issue, like, make Brock Purdy beat you. That's what the Ravens did. You just got to make this guy beat you. Put some pressure on him.
Yeah, that's because clearly he can't throw the ball.
Yeah, it's
gonna be uncomfortable.
I'm interested to see how that game is gonna go. We're gonna talk about who we think was gonna win next week. I can't wait to hear your picks, man. It's gonna be interesting. And what I say, I called it last week, man. The Super Bowl was played just a couple hours ago. Chiefs versus Bills lived up to expectations.
Yeah, it was back and forth slugfest. Like, how many lead changes? 6 or 5 or 6?
Yeah. And again,
it was crazy, dude.
I remember last time we spoke, it was like whoever decides to play defense wins. You know what I mean? Like, and
the Chiefs defense showed up.
Yeah, they showed up.
Dude, the last third quarter, fourth quarter was a crazy stretch.
Yeah,
it was punt. The fumble out of the end zone, touchback.
Yeah. I was like, dude, it was almost like it was supposed to be the Kansas City's to lose. And I still look. I know the game was back and forth, but I still think that the Chiefs were still somewhat in control. Like, you give anything, even with 2 minutes or less than under 2 minutes, I'm confident this team will still execute. You know
I think when they have the lead and that all that stuff is happening, they're like, all right, it's chill. As long as the Bulls don't score a touchdown, we're fine, you know?
Yeah.
Because they still have overtime and they still have, another possession, if anything.
Yeah, it sucked because I really, really thought these teams, both quarterbacks played top notch.
Yeah,
this is as good as it's going to get.
The ball, they didn't turn it over. Like, no bad throws. Just
I think 4 touchdowns for Josh Allen.
Oh, I didn't see the stats of it. He had a lot of touchdowns, but they were mostly rushing, I believe.
Yeah, he played his ass off, man. He did his best. He can't kick the ball. That's his thing. He just can't kick the ball.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Sorry, 2 touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 1 rushing and 2
2 rushing.
2
Yeah,
so
3 touchdowns. Yeah,
3 total.
Mahomes had 2 touchdowns, 17 for 23. Very efficient. Both guys was efficient, bro. Fucking 17 for 23, 215, 2 touchdowns, 26 for 39, 186. That's not Josh Allen. That was a lot of short passes. That's what that's what tells me, like, the defense really did keep him at a pedestrian yardage. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the defense really cooked this game. Both defenses, I think. But
yeah, Stephon Diggs didn't really do much, but again, he didn't have
But it wasn't really a passing game. It was more of a rushing game.
Running,
Checo, 97 yards,
yeah.
Touchdown. Josh Allen had like a lot of yards.
72 yards, yeah.
James Cook only had 61 on 18 carries. So.
I guess when it comes to receiving, it was pretty much the tight ends, right? It was Kelsey versus Kincaid and Knox.
Yeah, it was the tight ends. It was like a running tight end kind of game.
It was a great game. This game lived up to expectations. I loved it. I wish they could play 4 more quarters.
They should play it again just for fun.
This was fun, man. This is I was at the edge of my seat. This was popcorn football right there. This is why you love NFL. This games like this, you know what I mean? And then now we have the final 4 teams now set and ready to go. I'm excited, man. I think I know I said the Bills and the Chiefs were Super Bowl, but dude, Chiefs and Ravens, and it looks like the Chiefs are just catching back. They're getting their revenge games back. Remember they got they got fucked over with the Bills game a couple of weeks ago, and now they're trying to get the revenge on the Ravens game. Both games were close. So let's see how it goes, man. I'm excited to see this game, man. I cannot wait for Ravens and Chiefs.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good matchup.
That's fucking prime time right there. That is prime time.
Better. And they're both defenses are really good, so it's hard to pick them because they're like, but you have to give the edge to Mahomes, right? Because he's better.
You got to. He's better. This is it, dude. The knock on him.
2-3 now, 2-4. So
exactly. And then like the knock on Mahomes in the field, like, he can't win a road game. He never won a road game. Well,
he just did. So
he just did
in Buffalo too. By the way,
in Buffalo, in that shitty condition.
Yeah, it was cold as hell too.
And I'm pretty sure Baltimore is going to be just as cold and just as rowdy. I think, it's gonna be Mahomes gonna show up, man. I don't care wherever they go. Mahomes is still it until he's beaten.
Until it's his wide receivers that will let him down, I think, right? Because
exactly.
Overall, that's the only thing that could let him down. I mean, the defense was good. It's the wide receivers.
It would have to be when Mahomes is under pressure. How the wide receivers react to the blitz package or they can't. Forget about going for the big play. Now you might just have to do slants, screens, things like that. Yeah,
you're gonna have to be creative because Ravens cover teams really well. They don't allow open receivers anywhere on the field. Yeah,
and Pacheco will have to do it again.
He's gonna have to have a huge monster 150-yard game.
I think he's definitely have to cross over 100. Probably he might have to carry this team and then work off the play action. That's how you do it. It's whoever gonna make. These teams are so evenly matched. It's gonna come down to who's gonna make the big mistake.
Yeah,
who's gonna make the big mistake?
If the Chiefs can contain Lamar or not. If they can contain him, then it's over.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you're gonna have to QB spy, man. You got a QB spy. You got to send the spy out there, which it leaves a hole at the tight end, which leaves the tight end open. But
you have to keep open. But
so it's so evenly matched. Let's just get to it, man. Let's talk about who we got, Garrett. First game, let's get to Detroit versus 49ers. Who you got?
I want the Lions to win in my heart, but I think the Niners got this.
You think the Niners got it?
Yeah.
I'm going for Detroit. I'm rooting for Detroit.
John's picking Detroit.
I'm picking Detroit. I'm picking Detroit.
Bottom place to live. Bottom 5 place to live.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Detroit. You hear it first. Wouldn't be surprised if 49ers beat the shit out of them, but
I'm going Niners is a safe bet. I'm going to save that there.
Yeah, I like the wild dude. I did call the Packers Cowboys. I said that. I'm gonna ride the wave of the upset, and I think this team might be the team of destiny that will lose in the Super Bowl, no matter what. But I'm gonna pick Detroit.
I hope the Lions win. I hope you're right, because that's who I want to win. But
but look. I look at it like this. The Lions, they're playing above and beyond right now, right? The 49ers are playing very mediocre at best. Their biggest weakness is the QB. I think the defense in Detroit is good enough, especially with the linebackers. I forget about the safeties and all that. And it also depends on the health of Debo. Like, I mean, if Debo's even 50%, I think you have to take advantage of that. That's the defense. I think they can get to Purdy, man. They can do it. The blueprint is there. It's not hard.
I think they can do it. I definitely think they can do it. But I think the Niners have just too many weapons to cover.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the problem.
You also have to hope. Listen, Goff has to be perfection. Also,
he has to be really good too.
With that, all that being said, I'm picking Detroit in almost the same score, 27-24.
Yeah, I'm picking the Niners, but not because of Purdy. I think defense wins championships. So
or McCaffrey running all down.
Yeah, McCaffrey might run all over him. I don't know. I mean,
if McCaffrey just goes over, gets 100 yards in the first half, the game is over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pick the wild card thing. I'm gonna pick the Detroit Lions, beating them by 3. Give me 3. I could even see a touchdown. I think they have to play perfect. They got to play perfect.
Yeah.
This is my. I know this is me shooting into the stars or to the sun, but I think I'm gonna pick Detroit. Something tells me Detroit might pull it off. On to the next big one, the gigantic game. Which, listen, whoever you pick, it's gonna be a
50-50 coin flip here.
You can't get mad. There's no upset here. You want me to go first on this one?
Sure, I'm gonna pick. That's a tough one.
I'll pick the Chiefs, man. I got the Chiefs beating them.
And I'm gonna pick the Ravens.
Yeah, see? Listen, there's no bad pick. I got the Chiefs because it's Mahomes. He's the wild card. He's the wild factor. Until I see Lamar in this, again, it's always every playoff game is a big stage for him. This is him winning now. He got a better team. He's healthy. This right here would justify his greatness right here. And until he dethrones the Mahomes, I'm gonna stick with Mahomes. You know,
that's a fair choice.
Yeah. Until
what about Lamar to overthrow Mahomes? That's it.
I need this to prove it for me. And I'm going out on a limb now, so whoever wins this game will win the Super Bowl.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Winner's coming out of the AFC?
Yeah, I think the Super Bowl champion is going to come out the AFC. Like, even if it's Detroit or the 49ers, I don't think I get if it's the Ravens and the Niners, I think that's an
even matchup. I feel
that's an even matchup.
Yeah,
but I think for some reason, I just don't see them beating 49. I don't see them beating the Chiefs. And again, it sucks because if the 49ers play like how they played against Dallas and the Eagles, that team is unstoppable.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to pick against them because they do play well sometimes.
Yeah, but they have to bring that same. I think I don't know why they're playing to their competition.
Yeah,
look at all the teams that went to the playoff that got beaten by their competition. They played down to them, the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Yeah, they played way down.
They played way down. There's no way on paper they should beat those. They should have lost to those teams, but they did, and they got whooped.
The Eagles, especially, they should have easily went through that.
Yeah,
but they had also lost 6 or 7 games and 10 season and all that.
And they fired their defensive coordinator today.
Yeah.
So it's tough, but I'm picking Chiefs. You got Ravens, so. You're saying 49ers, Ravens, Super Bowl. I'm saying Detroit, Chiefs, Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm going with the logo, because the logo is like purple and red.
I got you. I respect it. Look,
it's a bit of a conspiracy, but I want to see it comes true.
Yeah, and I would like to see Lamar win a ring too. It'd be nice, but
he deserves it. He's been MVP now twice, or he will be twice.
Yeah, and this will shut everybody up as far as his greatness. You know what I mean?
He's a great quarterback.
Yeah, they need to stop riding him so hard. Pause. Like he's a great quarterback. He's definitely top 5, man. Easily.
And plus, it'd be nice to see someone else in the championship besides the Chiefs and 49ers again. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel you. That's why Detroit is my wild card, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
You kind of feel bad for Detroit that they make it to the Super Bowl. Can you see them beating the Chiefs or the Ravens?
Not really. I don't think they match up well with either team.
Yeah, they did beat the Chiefs in week 1, but it was like,
But Kelsey was hurt, right?
Yeah, Kelsey was hurt, and Mahomes had a new wide receiver group, and the game was a close game. I think they lost it at the end where Mahomes threw a pick or whatever. That was week 1. You know what I mean?
That's so long ago now. It's like,
that's ancient history.
Can't really take that into account.
Exactly. But I'm really excited. This because given last week lackluster games, this week lived up to it.
These games were all hype.
Yeah, it was really good games. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for it, man. That's pretty much it, man. We killed it, man. It was a great weekend. How much time we got left?
More than 10 minutes.
Nice. Want to get into the coaching carousel?
Sure.
Let's get so John Harbaugh. He got him and Belichick. interviewed twice for the Falcons gig. I'm thinking one of, if not both coaches are trying to drive the number up. It looks like. I think,
definitely.
Yeah, I think especially Harbaugh for sure. But my heart tells me Harbaugh's gonna go back to Michigan, bro. I think he's gonna go back to Michigan. Yeah, I look, unless I don't see why Atlanta is so tempting. Maybe because they really are just a quarterback away, I guess. And then
they have a lot of good talent on their team, so it just needs a coach, right?
Yeah, they just need a coach and a quarterback they could ride with. I don't know, man. Like I thought Atlanta would have just picked somebody. I didn't think Belichick or Harbaugh would have gone. I thought San Diego would have been more, like, more tempting, but
or Seattle
Atlanta seems to be or Seattle.
Seattle's there too.
I don't see Belichick in Seattle because, I mean, even like when there was talk about him going to Dallas, didn't make any sense to me. Like, nah, that guy's a power guy. He needs full control, and Jerry Jones is an alpha.
Yeah, they would clash and fight each other.
Yeah, him and Belichick, or him and Harbaugh will clash all the time. And Harbaugh's a hothead anyway. He goes off the cuff a lot. So I wouldn't see, but I see San Diego and Seattle, man. Like, but I think the only NFC spots is Seattle and Atlanta. I think Belichick will probably go to Atlanta. If I had to choose which one picks what, I think Atlanta goes with Belichick, and I think Harbaugh stays in college. I think he'll probably do that. I'm happy to see Antonio Pierce get the rate fully. Get the
I think Pierce is going to the Raiders. It's
officially done. It's done.
Yeah,
the deal is done. Yeah, I'm happy for him. He deserved it. And Max Crosby loves the guy, and he's the leader of the defense. So pretty much the leader of the defense, pretty much the leader of the team, other than the quarterback. They do need work on that. He needs to get that quarterback fixed. The quarterback situation fixed. I don't know if they're going to go the free agent route or do a work in progress thing and get it.
Or trade up in the draft.
Trade up, yeah.
I mean, I don't know where they're on the draft order. If not, I think they're kind of far down.
Yeah, and maybe they could get a McCarthy or maybe a Michael Penix Jr. Penix Jr. Excuse me. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do because they're also a quarterback away. The defense is, and
they're 13th, so it's not too bad.
Nah, they could. I mean, look, we know Jaden Daniels gone. They know Caleb is gone.
The top three quarterbacks are going to be gone, probably.
Gone, yeah, you might get lucky in Bo Nix. Bo Nix is NFL ready, bro. Bo Nix is NFL ready. Michael Penix Jr. He didn't help him. He didn't help his stock by playing horrible at the championship game. But if you forget about that. He could definitely land to you, but just know he's injury prone. He doesn't run. I mean, but he does have an accurate deep ball. So, you have to pick your poison. McCarthy, the quarterback from Michigan, he didn't wow me at all during the performance. But he has grit. He has heart. Maybe they could work with that. See what happens. Maybe they could work with that. I have no idea. But Bo Nix, if he lands to them, I think you can't mix that kid. You can't miss him. He's NFL ready. Yeah, he's a can't miss. He's not gonna wow you. He's not gonna do nothing crazy. He's stable. You know what I mean? He's gonna keep everything. I think he'll be a perfect fit for the Raiders in particular. Where you and they have to bring back Josh Jacobs for sure.
Well, you gotta
bring back. Yeah, you gotta bring because then you can't rely on a rookie quarterback to win you the game
without a good running back,
a decent running back, even. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe some old, or maybe they need help in offensive linemen as well, because Josh Jacobs had one of his worst years. You know what I mean? So, but he's still in his prime, so anything is possible. And he held out, so yeah, it's interesting to see where these guys are gonna go.
And who the Panthers and Commanders are going to get as their coach.
Oh, God.
Because they're at the top of the draft and they have no coach.
They have no coach. And then they need to get a coach before the draft. That's a good question. I forgot about
the Commanders could promote Ben-Ami, right? Because he's their offensive coordinator, I think.
I figured that would be the best move to make. I figured that's why you brought him in the first place.
But the Panthers are more confusing because it's like, who wants that job?
Dude, I don't even want that job, bro.
Although... They might throw a lot of money at you, but yeah.
If they're gonna throw money, if they're gonna throw money at me, I need to make them know this is gonna be a long project. This is gonna be a project. This is gonna take years. Like we might be 2-something for a couple years. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like they need offensive line help. They need a coach. I mean, they need a wide receiver.
They need wide receivers. They need everything.
Yeah, they need everything. That's the team that's work in progress, bro. And how much are they eating shit right now watching CJ Stroud?
A
Just
lot.
do what he do. Yeah.
It's bad. They really missed on that one.
They swung him. But again, I think there's something, maybe Bryce Young, there is something there if he's being protected.
Yeah. I mean, if they get some good line around him, maybe he has some time to throw and looks better.
I agree. But yeah. Dude, who would fucking want that job, bro?
It's going to be some poor 30-year-old schmuck that
you got to get somebody from the tape
job room. And it's like...
You got to get like an Eric Spoelstra kind of guy.
Yeah. This is Johnny Cueto, and he's...
Yeah. Just like...
Fresh out of college.
Yeah, you got to get like a young guy, build his team. He's going to probably turn gray like week 5. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, but they gotta get a coach. I think Benemy is the perfect fit for Washington. I don't agree with them the why they gave up on Sam Howell so quick. I figured like it's not his fault, but he did play like shit. But he wasn't the problem. You gave up your 2 best defensive guys.
That's what the problem was.
Yeah. So I don't know. They're gonna obviously go quarterback. Being in the number 2 pick, you can't not go quarterback.
They're picking a quarterback.
100%. And with Benemy as the coach, he's gonna build his guy. He's credited for Patrick Mahomes' development, so why not? Let the guy pick a quarterback and let him develop it. Washington could easily, because the NFC East is literally any year could be anybody's. It could be anybody's.
Yeah, it looks like the Eagles might be on their way down. So
yeah, the Cowboys is still in purgatory.
I mean, the Cowboys are good in the regular season, but in the postseason they're garbage.
I ain't scared of the Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys ain't scaring nobody. If I'm the Panthers and I make the playoffs, I'm fucking making sure I play the Cowboys.
So make sure you get the 4th or 5th seed. Get those Cowboys.
Get those Cowboys, baby. And who knows, man? I don't think the Giants are going to pick a quarterback now. I'm starting to come to grips with that. I think they're all in on Jaden Daniels. And if he's gone, they're probably going to go wide receiver. Or
he probably will be because it seems like the Bears are picking a quarterback first.
You think so? You think they're still going to go quarterback?
I think they might.
Dude, then if I'm the Giants, man, I'm making a call for Justin Fields, man. I don't even have to give up my pick. I could just give up like a 3rd-round pick. The price gotta be low.
Yeah,
the price.
If they do draft a quarterback, it would be low.
Yeah. If I'm the Giants, I'm making that call. Shit, if I'm the Raiders, I'm making that call. You know what I mean? Can you imagine Justin Fields in Vegas?
It could happen.
Yeah.
A lot of websites are picking. Oh, this one's got a stupid actually. They got Williams going to the Bears, Drake May going to the Commanders, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. going to the Patriots. I don't think so.
No, that's not happening.
No, they're on drugs. What the hell?
Yeah, they're on drugs. That's not who said that? Who was the columnist?
Sports Illustrated, bro. What the fuck?
Get the fuck out of here. I know they got their coach Gerard Mayo, and that's a good look for them. That's a good pick. He's a defensive guy, but. You gonna give you Max Jones and Zappy again?
All right, thank you. Here we go. NFL.com. Yeah. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals. There we go.
Ooh. And
the other guy, Rome Odunze, to the Chargers. And the
Giants get LSU guy or the
Malik Neighbors.
Neighbors is gonna be a fucking star. That's Odell 2.0, ladies and gentlemen.
And Jets get a offensive lineman, a tackle.
Yeah, because Mekhi Becton is done.
Yeah.
He's done.
Pretty decent.
Yeah. Damn, and Giants might end up getting... But
they're predicting that Bo Nix goes 14th to the Saints, right after the Raiders.
Well, who do they have the Raiders picking?
Offensive lineman.
That quarter... Well, they're paying Jimmy G a lot of money, right?
Yeah. To sit on the bench, by the way.
Right. So they might have to just either they shit the bed or they're going to have to play him. And they still could just draft a wide receiver. They should draft a quarterback, though. Bo Nix to the Saints doesn't make sense to me because Derek Carr is still there and he almost had him in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't see it.
I could see it switch, like Bo Nix going to the Raiders and the offensive lineman going to the Saints, and then Brock Bowers at 15 to the Colts.
Wow, he fell off, huh? He was top 5, bro.
Maybe you would still go top 5. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, but a lot of those teams don't need a tight end. The Jets could use him though, right?
Oh yeah, we could use everybody.
Yeah, dude. I just remember back to the Raiders for a second. Davante Adams is a free agent, and he's tied to the Jets, man.
Yeah, because of Rodgers.
Yeah, and
they might go there because of Rodgers. But we'll see.
Who was it? I think Garrett Wilson put up a tweet where he had Davante Adams' number in a Jets uniform. That was wild. But Davante Adams liked it. So
let's go.
Yeah, well, dial it back, whatever. You know what I mean?
I'm hyped now, man.
Yeah, no, but dude, it's something to get hype about. Like, I would be hyped too. Yeah, I was a Jets fan. No,
I hope it happens, but it probably won't.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to pay him.
Yeah, that's the only problem with to pay him like a lot.
Yeah, he's not gonna be cheap. It's gonna be interesting. The Raiders gonna be an interesting team because they could just be in a rebuild, like a small rebuild.
Yeah, just like a mini rebuild, just get a new quarterback, new coach.
If Davante walks, they might have to get a wide receiver too.
I want to trade up to get a wide receiver, not a quarterback.
Yeah. Damn, let's go. This draft is gonna be wild, bro.
It's gonna be interesting because I don't know who's trading up for what exactly.
And where's Justin Fields gonna go?
Whoever gives the Bears the best offer, probably.
I would not let that kid walk, man, because you're pretty much drafting his replacement, right? And then he's gonna. Look. There's very few CJ Strouds out there that's gonna make their team go straight up to like the playoffs. The Bears, they were winning. They were looking good with Justin Fields. Looked comfortable towards the end of the season. He looked comfortable on that team, but I don't know. I think that's just you're still making. I think it's a step backwards. Even if you have a generational player like Caleb Williams, there's gonna be some rough patches.
Yeah. All right, less than a minute left.
Less than a minute left. Well, guys, thank you guys for tuning in for the Sports Load. We forgive Garrett for having the cooties. It's okay. We're glad to see him back, healthy, talking. Yes. Keep liking, keep subscribing. I'm your host, Jah. That's my guy, Mr. GPS, right there. And we're the Sports Load guys. You know what I mean? Get hype, all right? Peace and love, man.